I trust that you found your new living quarters to your satisfaction. During your time here on the Nova's Mercy as the interim captain in your uncle's absence, you are welcome to personalize your quarters as you see fit. You might have noticed a distinct lack of your uncle's personal belongings or decorations in your quarters. This is because the Nova's Mercy is a state-of-the-art vessel capable of a particular technology called identity disannulment decorum. This function allows for the vessel, upon the absence of particular members of a certain security clearance, to absorb and store all personal and preferential items and settings of the member until they have returned safely to the ship. This allows for better security in the event of an enemy raid in our absence, and also allows for greater security in the circumstance of a potential mutiny. Other members of the crew, with lower-level security clearances, also will lose access to any of the items or information stored in the quarters of the higher-level crew, in their absence or at the touch of a button. If you should find yourself in a situation where you are needing to disannul your personal information or belongings while you're still here on the ship, then all you need to do is press the button that is affixed to the center of the Nova's Mercy crest on your left wrist. This will allow the Nova's Mercy to proceed with the identity disannulment decorum with you still inside of the vessel. When the threat of a security breach or mutiny has passed, you can re-establish your previously assigned customizations by holding the same button on your left wrist for a total of 10 seconds. The button is encoded with a state-of-the-art DNA recognition technology, so another member of the crew using this method to attempt to unlock the decorum will not be successful in their attempts, even if they are somehow able to replicate your fingerprints. With that being said, the crew here on the Nova's Mercy are longtime adjuvants of your uncle, and are not likely to abandon his ideals or his residual presence over the operations here on the ship, even in his absence. They are considerably loyal to him, and will likely be just as loyal to you. They have the utmost respect and faith in Captain Maltese's judgment, so I can say without question that they assume you to be both competent and able to lead this crew in your uncle's absence. Now, if you'll follow me, I'd like to explain some more details about the Nova's Mercy itself, since you're going to be staying with us for an undisclosed amount of time. The Nova's Mercy, as I'm sure that you're well aware, is not your uncle's first expedition-class vessel. This ship was acquired a few years ago, as a reward from the Arthulian Prime Minister, when Captain Maltese was able to apprehend and aid in the arrest of the infamous freebooter, Marcellius Darthone. The ship was once actively used by Darthone and his crew, but after the seizure of the vessel for evidence, the Prime Minister determined that given the situation, your uncle would be the most appropriate chieftain of the vessel. You see, Darthone was unwilling to release any information to the Arthulian government regarding the whereabouts of certain effectual artifacts that were known to be in his possession. These particular artifacts, if they were to fall into the possession of dangerous users, would be capable of wreaking devastating amounts of destruction. The power balance in this parsec would be ultimately upheaved if someone nefarious or of nefarious intent were to come into possession of these items. However, Darthone was unwilling to disclose the exact location of these artifacts, leaving both the government and your uncle to strongly believe that they are here on this very ship, stowed away by the prodigious identity disannulment decorum technology. Even the most highly acclaimed researchers and codebreakers have been unable to find a manual override for the security measures in place for the security repository of this vessel. Of course, with as infamous as Darthone is throughout the freebooter circles, word quickly spread about the rumored whereabouts of these artifacts shortly after his apprehension. There are very few criminals and freebooters that wouldn't risk their lives for the opportunity to get their hands on one of these powerful items. For that reason, the Prime Minister presented your uncle with the Nova's Mercy, with the knowledge that if anyone were to be able to keep it from falling into the hands of someone less desirable, it would be him. I know that all of this information may be overwhelming to you for your first few days here as the interim captain, and for that reason, I have made sure to take every step necessary to keep you out of the direct line of combat while we proceed with our usual undertakings. The crew here has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that you and this ship remain completely safe in the event of an ambush or an attack by an enemy freebooter vessel. You have nothing to worry about as long as you follow your uncle's guidance and rely on the information that I provide to you during your time here. It is imperative that you trust me, even if you do not know me that well. There is a good reason that I am your uncle's secondary commanding officer. I can assure you that I have your safety and the safety of this ship and its crew as my primary imperative. If you have any concerns or questions about the ship or any of our upcoming expeditions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Now, I need to go attend to the oversight of the daily alimentation protocols to ensure that everything is still functioning according to expectation. If you need me, you can reach me via the communication device on your wrist. I will reconvene with you in a few hours to complete a status report and debrief you on the upcoming mission.